Morning, all my beautiful peeps in the Creator Circle. Right now it's about 5:30 in the morning, and I was sitting here laying in bed thinking to myself, one of the things that I don't think any of us really do is get to know ourselves the way that we spend time getting to know other people. And so that's kind of a question that I have for you guys this morning: is how well do you know yourself? I was hearing last night. I was watching a video with this Tibetan monk, and he was talking about after an event, he went and had dinner with some people, and there was two couples and another lady, and so he asked, at one point in the conversation when everything got silent, he asked somebody, actually asked the whole group, "What's your purpose in life?" Ponder that one for a second, right? He went on to say that the two men of the group rambled and rambled on for about 5 minutes each without ever really making any sense. So obviously they didn't know what their purpose in life was at all, even though they were trying to make up some, makeshift, reasons of how they knew they did or whatnot, but they didn't really ever come up with a specific purpose. One of the ladies said, "I don't know." The other lady tried to answer, but then also said that she didn't know. And then one of the other ladies looked at her husband. She, said something for a couple of minutes and then started attacking her husband for not having the things that she wanted to have in life yet. And it was really shocking listening to that, because up until recently, I was probably like one of those guys, right, in the story, where if you had asked me what my life purpose, I probably could have, being that I'm pretty good at with my words, I probably could have given you some, BS answer of what I thought my purpose was in life. But I mean, when you ask yourself, like, how well do you know yourself? Like, we think that we do. We think that we know ourselves pretty well, but yet at the same time, do we really? Like, do you? Like, do you really know yourself? Like, the way that, like, let's say, for example, if you were to have coffee with yourself, with a friend, let's start off, let's say if you were to have coffee with a friend every morning for 3 months, when you first start those conversations, they may be like, obviously, like with anybody else, like, "Hey, how's it going? How's life? How's the weather?" Right? But yet, in after like week 2 or week 3, those conversations start to get a lot deeper, right? And you start to get to know that person. Like, you get to know what's going on in their life, how they're handling things, the way what their views are, and so one of the things that I've been doing, with myself, is in the morning when I have my coffee, I'll turn on some healing frequencies, or some, nice meditation frequencies, or chakra aligning frequencies, and I'll have those conversations with myself. And just like they would with a friend, like I just mentioned, like the first conversations were like, "Hey, Chris, how's it going? Like, you doing okay?" And it's like, "Yeah, I'm doing all right," and this morning when I was having my coffee, the conversations was pretty deep. The conversations that I had with myself were like more so about what's going on right now. And it's like, "Wow, Chris, like, things are really changing for you." And I see that you're much happier than you have been before. And my reply to that was like, "Yeah, I mean, things are like unbelievable the way things are happening right now. My views on life, I think and at one point I said, I think I really know my life purpose now." And when I asked myself again, I'm having a conversation with myself, I said, "So what's the difference between now, the way you view things now, and the way that you viewed things before? Like, why do you think that, you figured out your life purpose?" And because, it's like, because people are going to ask you, like, how did you do it? Like, how were you able to find happiness? How were you able to find all this self-love and self-acceptance and self-forgiveness? And like, how did you do it? And I was able to answer it pretty quickly, which was surprised me. And the way that I've been able to do it is understanding, like truly understanding that I am a spiritual being having a human experience rather than a human being trying to have a spiritual experience. And I think that has made the world of difference, because at that point I have been able to completely change my focus away from everything happening to me, right? Now I know that everything is happening for me, regardless of the contrast that I experience in my life. And I like to call the quote unquote, the negative things, that make me feel uneasy, I like to call those contrast now, because I feel that all those things are just lessons that I've had to learn to make me who I am today. And one of the things that I can truly say now is that I'm in love with who I am today. And earlier when I mentioned, like, I know my life purpose now, my life purpose is to share all of the traumatic experiences that I've been through with people, that I've been through. I'm sharing those with people, and so that they understand that you can get past those. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, like, how bad you think your life is right now. You have to understand that none of that is happening to you. It's happening for you. It's happening for you to learn something. There's something that you didn't pick up already in your life. There's something that you missed, as whatever, if it was your parents didn't teach it to you, society didn't teach it to you, the programming kept you from doing it, whatever it is, there's something that you're supposed to learn from all of the contrast. And I'll tell you right now, for those of you who have seen any of my videos, or even the 3-day manifestation challenge video that I created, I mean, I was homeless for 2.5 years. I mean, literally living in a tent, addicted to drugs, completely lost all faith in everything. Like, I had no faith in myself, in relationships, let alone believing there was a higher power that had my best interests in mind. And now I'm on the verge of just I know I'm destined for the things that I've always desired. They're like all happening right now. Like, everything's happening right now. And I've gotten away from wanting the manifestations to be here now, like the see it, touch it, feel it, smell it, taste it, right? Manifestation to be like right in the now. And I'm enjoying this now moment, like now, this now moment, and now this now moment, right? I'm enjoying watching all of my manifestations unfold right before my eyes. And I can tell you guys, it is the most beautiful thing. It is so delicious. It is so just amazing watching the universe provide me all the things that I have been desiring and dreaming about. And the one thing that I've concentrated on the most isn't sitting here going, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, or, why isn't this here, why isn't this here, why isn't this here? I haven't worried about that, because I know the universe has my back. We all do that, right? I mean, we're all human, and there's times that I still do that now. However, my main focus, my only focus with me is making sure that I'm happy, like internally, like I have that internal happiness. However I achieve that, is different for different people. Are going to be able to achieve that differently. For me, I use a technique called what if. right? So when I start having these moments in my life where things are bad, I always ask myself, I change the momentum of my thoughts by asking myself, well, what if that was different? Or what if things were like this? Or what if you already had that? And it only takes 17 seconds to change the momentum of a thought into the direction that you want it. So if you guys are having a problem, trying to figure out your manifestations and understanding, why they're not here yet or whatnot, realize that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and you can change that experience to be whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you desire. It can be that. You just have to make sure that you're in alignment with those things that you want, and you do that by making sure that you're happy within your own experience, right? Okay, guys, until next time, I love you all. Hope you all having a great day, phenomenal day. Until next time, namaste.